one person who likes verifying. So
Hapa kuna verification. Si Benny Hinn amesema.
No, Benny Hinn.
Ama is a liar.
No, let's say Benny Hinn has thrown an allegation. For as long as there is no response, after some time, this becomes the truth. So that you can buy more things, and that $80,000 debt that you have is growing and is going to now become more than how much you earn. That's the situation Kenya is in, and this is what we're doing. I am a bit worried.
I think there's so much that is going on right now that is worrying. You have the likes of like a whole cabinet guy by the name of Moses Kuria.
That's a whole other
with certain utterances, saying ati hamna kitu. This is a government who's supposed to be trying to either put a stopgap,
to soften,
find ways to alleviate, to reduce the pressure, right? And all he does is just go and talk, because those guys, they didn't buy, they're using government funded cars, fuel, lunch, per diem, whatever it is coming from the taxpayer. Whatever it is.
Somewhere along the line, it seems like he doesn't get it.
Hata zile pesa, tunatuma wave, ama tap, whatever. That money is fuel. That's what it's going to fund, because, like mtu hana pesa. Because I was talking to like my kuzo the other day. He was telling me like a relative of his on the wife's side. Breweries wase wameachisha watu job.
Layoffs are happening.
And the layoffs,
guys are being laid off every day.
And part of the reason people are being laid off is because of what? The building fund. Because even those guys...
Oh, it kicked in already?
Oh, yes.
The building fund, because the employers have to
chip in.
But
whether you're a casual laborer or not.
Wasn't there a case in court? Or that was thrown out?
No? The case, I think, like the currently, the courts have allowed, I think the case might still be progressing.
Until it's adjudicated.
Until it's adjudicated.
Status
quo maintained.
Yes, it's still going.
No, but watu wameanza kukatu already.
Yes.
No. Yeah, Mika, we are all saying the same thing. Yeah. I thought that there was what was it called? A temporary hold, at least until it's
No, they tried to apply for that, but the court
came and said no.
Status quo.
Proceed.
Status quo proceeds.
Which
so,
sucks.
Now even casual laborers.
NHIF pia
waliongeza
or they are forcing.
No, they're trying to make changes
what
to
happened
that
is that
Mika.
What happened is that the government gave civil servants and or basically anybody who was being paid by the government, they were given subsidies, so that they were added mishahara for whatever amount that is being deducted from you. They were added that, so they couldn't feel it in their pay. But now that Kanini is supposed to go also. So it wasn't permanent. It was just for them to get used to being deducted.
Wow. Yeah. So a couple of comments here, but go ahead and then
you read the comments. So that's what I'm saying, that there's so much going on, and those guys are not going to feel the pinch. Moses Kuria is not going to feel the pinch. If you guys recall the interview that he had with Akina Sam, and talking about trying to tell people are trying to tell him that the price of mafuta has gone up. He's saying, no. He's not even
cooking oil. The price of cooking oil.
Yeah. It has gone up. He's like, he didn't even have
numbers. And they had a reporter in a supermarket.
They sent a reporter, and not even in Nairobi.
That was so funny. Yeah.
I think it was somewhere in Western Kenya.
I think it was in LD.
LD, somewhere in Eldoret, yeah? Then the idiot is saying, to take somebody to Ruiru.
You're going to go to a supermarket in Ruiru. And I'm like,
but the difference being what?
Exactly.
So these are the type of leaders that are supposed to be working on trying to soften, to alleviate, to soften, to help, right? To help. Ngata sasa is over 200 shillings, correct?
Yes. Sijini, 240.
Hata mafuta taa.
So it's like 240 to 30, something like that.
And consequently, everything goes
Kerosene went up by what?
Transport goes up. Transportation of food goes up, which means that food is also going to go up. Ali, you know that you're an economist. You know, so everything.
Go ahead, Mika.
No, I'm saying as owner is counting, everything is going up. Don't forget to add the diasporans are being targeted by that fund. What was it?
Bank,
was it an emergency fund for diaspora? Or
Yeah, there's a fund. There's a fund they wanna get diasporans to pay for a scheme in case a diaspora.
Oh, that one. There's that one.
Yeah.
In case you what? In case you.
No, in case you're in distress.
Oh,
and you
there's a
want to
distress.
Yeah.
And also like,
but
if
you can also join
the
the housing one if you want.
If you get a jobo. And you're going to like if I guess Middle East or whatever, because I think it still has to be ironed out, you know, that you have to
register.
Not only do you have to register, but you have to put into it.
Yeah, you have to.
So umepata job
to it.
when if you're a Kemboi umeenda kufanya kazi huko, however much money you make or whatever it is, you have to put into that fund.
Okay, let's read
anyway,
a couple
sorry,
of
the comments.
here.
So
there were so many comments that were coming while we're talking about this story for First Lady, you know, paying for Benny Hinn, or rather the government of Kenya sponsoring Benny Hinn to come do crusades in Kenya. Now, Slay Odwar talking to Amina Holmes here. She's saying, why was a well-known imam not called, or a Buddhist? People have a right to choose their religion. And then Afro-Jamaican says they're going to make money. Who will benefit? People are hungry. I just don't think this is where money is to be spent. There is no return on investment. Welcome to Kenya, Afro-Jamaican. You're now one of us. And then Washeke says, is this really the best use of public funds when Kenya is mortgaged to its eyeballs? Amina Holmes, it should never be government-sponsored. Afro-Jamaican, is that allowed in the Constitution? Very good question. And then Pablo says, Mambo ni matatu. Pablo seems to be enjoying this. But Pablo, however, says, those crusades will be full of Kenyans. I dare them to boycott the crusades. Pablo again seems to be enjoying this. Oh, and then Afro-Jamaican.
If you make the things free and tell Jamas to come to Kasarani, and it's free and you transport them.
Afro-Jamaican says, it's like praying for a concert event. And then Pablo says, I'm otherwise opposed to the use of state resources for the crusades. Not so much about Christians versus Muslims, but it would be wrong to use state resources for those crusades. Okay. And then we see Afro-Jamaican again saying there would be an international outrage.
Yeah, man. Wagwan brethren.
Yeah. All right. And then Slay says using government resources is a no, even for her traveling there to approach Benny Hinn. And then Washeke here was telling us that the Catholic Church foots the bill when the Pope visits. Okay. So that's good. And then let me see here what Pablo is saying. I'm in no way defending because it is Christian doing so. I would still say the same for a Muslim. Bottom line, can't use state resources. What I would wish for the First Lady and her people to come out is clarify on the use of state resources to invite Benny Hinn and also use state resources to hold the crusades. I'm just not forecasting aspersions if I do not have all the details. Now, here so far, First Lady has not spoken, has not disputed anything that Benny Hinn.
Why would Benny Hinn come out and say it?
Yeah.
So, and then even call out the UG chaps, because it's almost like they were doing what was it called?
A collabo.
A collabo, where they're like, okay, you come, you get a 2-for-1, utakula hapa na utakula kule.
But let's assume, like I understand where Pablo is coming from, because I'm also one person who likes verifying. So
Benny verification. See, Benny Hinn amesema.
No, Benny Hinn.
Ama is a liar.
No, let's say Benny Hinn has thrown an allegation. For as long as there is no response, after some time, this becomes the truth, and I don't see any reason he would have to, first of all, to come. I don't see why Benny Hinn would come to Kenya, foot the bill out of his own pocket.
He's saved, he's sanctified.
He doesn't do that.
And speaks to the Holy Ghost. He cannot.
He doesn't do stuff for free. He doesn't do stuff for free.
No, it's not for free.
Yes. So someone
when those jamas come, remember Kena Reinhard Bonke?
Yes.
Unakumbuka?
Maurice Serudo?
Boss.
Na wakumbuka wote.
Uhuru Park na sijui
na Nyayo Stadium,
boss.
Na stadium sijui ni gani.
Jesus.
City Stadium.
Jesus.
And then Afro-Jamaican says, in Jamaica we have a national prayer breakfast, lunch, dinner, and nightcap. We have the most churches per square mile in the world, and it does not help. It's just a waste of money. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that about Jamaica.
But we also have the national prayer. And you know why
unajua mkiambiwa Benny Hinn anakuja, mtaambiwa budget ni 30 ni 2 billion
Yes,
na labda
na
ni
mchote.
1 billion
Yes.
alafu bilioni moja unajua inaenda
Na kuna
Inaingia
fund.
the thing
mfukoni.
is, let me say something. So, you know, when you say that you are the kind of person who wants to hear both sides of the story before you come out and make up a discussion, it's just an excuse of or lack of accountability in agreeing or trying to make an excuse for what you support. The thing is this person has already come out and said that the government invited us for government sports at Crusade. That is enough for Kenyans to start asking questions. If Kenyans were supposed to be waiting to hear both sides of a story when something came out, then there were a lot of things that would have gotten away, because while you're waiting for the second person to come and confirm it, these things are in process and they're moving on. So when it happens, it's already happened.